Logan Paul has been known for a lot of things, but entrepreneurship isn't one of them. Well, that's about to change because he just signed a contract with the UFC. Boy, is Dana White ecstatic about this. If you've seen the photo that Paul tweeted of him signing the contract, which I'll get into in a minute, you might know what I'm talking about. He's standing in the back and looks absolutely delighted. Logan Paul looks happy too, there's no doubt about that. But White looks like he's just gotten the best news of his life. I'm willing to bet $1,000 that he didn't look this happy on his wedding day. All jokes aside, let's discuss the contract.
Never had to photo shoot a drink, a beverage before. I don't know how to is it like this? Yeah. Like this?
It involves a little something called Prime Energy Drink. In case you didn't know what Prime is, it's an energy sports drink brand founded by KSI and Logan Paul. Logan's deal is going to be a multi-year international marketing partnership. In business terms, they're taking advantage of each other's growth.
We have to lead. Think about everything in the world. Everything's advanced with time. This is a dinosaur, bro.
We should be clearing the shelves of everything except this line right here. Look, guys.
Now, while the UFC might not have the same popularity as soccer or even basketball, it's still a force to be reckoned with. At the same time, it's growing quite rapidly. Similarly, Prime isn't an extremely valuable brand right now. People might enjoy it, but it's no Monster Energy, Red Bull, or Gatorade. But it turns out it's growing extremely fast. If you're curious about the ingredients, I'll get to them soon. For now, just know that it's healthier than at least Red Bull and Monster, so that's a plus. Coming back to the point, the two rapidly growing entities have come together for what could ultimately be an extremely beneficial partnership, mostly monetarily, of course.
Do you want to try Prime Energy?
Sure.
And be honest too. If you don't like it, you can tell me.
That's good.
You like it?
That's good. That's really good.
But wait, at this point, you're probably wondering what I really mean by multi-year marketing yada yada yada. So here's the deets of the contract. At the simplest, Prime is all set to become the official global sports drink of the UFC. As a result, the company will be able to integrate itself into several important money-making UFC assets.
Bro, we're gonna be we have the Prime hydration recovery zones. We have commercials at the event. We have branded Prime bottles on canvas. Tools, the fighters.
This means that you'll be able to see logos or even adverts for the drink on pay-per-view and fight nights. At the same time, Prime's branding will be all over the octagon, and anyone who's even slightly interested in the sport won't be able to miss the company's presence. Now think about it. This kind of seems like a really big deal for the energy drink startup. UFC has a presence pretty much all around the world, and this means that Prime will be able to reach about 900 million households in 175 countries.
This is ridiculous. It's a lot of Prime. My beautiful, beautiful children, be forth and be drank. Go out there, make us proud. Yeah. Let's go.
This is pretty much all the brand needed to catapult it into massive global acclaim. Red Bull's really got to watch its back now, since another company in town also likes to market itself using extreme sports. And folks, don't worry, Dana White's too smart to be taken for a ride. UFC's gonna benefit from this deal as well. So, of course, Logan Paul and KSI will also collaborate on original UFC content that'll be posted on their social media channels. This means that UFC content will be found on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and maybe Facebook, if anyone's using that these days. But collectively, UFC, Logan, and KSI can reach around 400 million social media followers worldwide.
I was so nervous. I was so nervous that I was gonna slip because I haven't. I'm coming off an injury. I haven't been trained, and so I'm so glad we were able to pull it off. I don't think it's been done before, and that excites me.
This means that the UFC is going to see engagement like it's never seen before, and maybe this is exactly what the sport needs to become one of the big ones. You can tell just how excited Dana White is about the whole thing. And no, I'm not talking about the picture anymore, I promise. This time, you'll hear it from Dana himself. This is what he had to say about the whole thing. We're excited to name Prime the official sports drink of UFC and an official partner of the UFC Performance Institute. With their social media following and UFC's global reach, we're going to get Prime in front of millions of fans globally. He also mentioned that Logan and KSI have worked hard to build Prime into an extremely delicious drink. We've talked about Dana White, and we've talked about how lucrative this deal is for everyone involved. But there is one person whose opinion I still haven't mentioned. How does Logan Paul feel about the whole thing? Well, as expected, he's super excited. And of course, no one ever doubted that. He stated that he's been a fan of UFC for as long as he can remember, and that having having his company partner up with the sport was always on his bucket list. He also stated that he's super happy he got the opportunity to do this, and that he's really satisfied with the whole deal. Of course you are, man. You're gonna make millions. He also stated that alongside UFC, Prime will become a global powerhouse, and that this project will not only help out his company, but also the UFC Foundation. At the same time, he says that this partnership enables him to reach UFC's massive fan base, and it enables him to reach an international audience. Logan says that this is exactly what his company needed to prove to the world that they're a force to be reckoned with. And all that's good, but is the drink even healthy? Don't worry, folks. As I pointed out before, it's healthy and it's delicious. Prime is available in a whole bunch of different flavors. They've got grape, orange, ice pop, blue raspberry, lemon lime, and tropical punch. Plus, on top of that, you get a coconut water base. And it has BCAAs to help with muscle recovery. But that's not all. The drink also has B vitamins, antioxidants, and electrolytes. And no guys, this video isn't sponsored, just talking about the drink here, that's all. But speaking of sponsorships, did you know Prime Energy also sponsors Arsenal? Yep, I'm talking about one of the largest soccer clubs in the English Premier League. So Prime's the hydration partner for the club for the 2022-23 season, and drinks will be available on match days for fans at the Emirates Stadium. Turns out KSI is a massive Arsenal fan. Yep, he stated that he is super happy, seeing that his company has partnered up with one of the best clubs that tore the Premier League apart in the early 2000s.
Obviously, JJ is a big Arsenal fan. Today we're going to put that knowledge to the test. I got some questions for you.
Okay, I'm ready.
Ready? Who's our all-time record goal scorer?
Oh, Terry.
Yeah.
The YouTuber described the feeling as a dream come true. He even talked about how happy he was for being able to strike a deal with the team he supports. Arsenal's chief commercial officer stated that the club is always trying to partner up with brands that are futuristic, and that Prime fits this category. At the same time, the Arsenal executive showed extreme delight at the fact that KSI has been a long-term Arsenal supporter. So, works out for the best, doesn't it? Logan loves UFC, KSI loves Arsenal, and now both entities love him back. Oh, and don't worry, I'm sure the UFC fans will love the drink, because Arsenal fans did. Yep, in 2022, fans noticed that a Prime drink and a hot dog combo cost only £11, and this got everyone excited. Upon hearing the news, a Twitter user even stated that he could probably sell this drink for £20. Interesting fact here though, many people bought the combo just for the drink. In fact, one Twitter user stated that the hot dog looked quote-unquote disgusting. Honestly, the price does sound reasonable to me, but because everyone loves the drink so darn much, that the increased demand has caused the price to skyrocket. Say what you want about Logan and KSI, folks, they know how to make bank. And guys, that's all we have for you today. Have you tried the Prime Energy drink? Let me know if you liked it. See you soon.
We love to hear that.
Yeah. Wait. Did you guys do something different with your hairs?
No.
No.